What's going on, peoples? Welcome back to another episode of 1968 C3L79 Stroker Ground Pounder Project. Yikes. Anyway, made some moves since the last time I posted anything. I can't really recall when I did. I think the last time I did, I was talking about the frame and welding on the frame and putting patches in and putting trusses in and so on and so on and so on. Just trying to make the frame a little stronger and stiffer and better than it was when it first rolled off the line. Got the wheel on right now, so that's a pretty good sign. That means other things have occurred since the last time I posted. But yeah, I went through this whole frame just by itself, replacing all the bolts. All the bolts are stainless steel, grade 8. Yeah, a lot of work. But I'm just going to kind of show you where it's at. Bada bing, bada boom, bam. There it is. 388 stroker. That's a 354 bolt main, 010 block. If anybody knows what a 010 block, go out and look it up. Aluminum heads, quick fuel carburetor, rejetted. I rebuilt this motor. The original motor is on a stand in an undisclosed location because I didn't want anything to happen to that one. They're pretty rare. The 327, 350 cars are pretty rare, so I didn't want to tear that apart. I figured I'd just find a donor block, and so ended up buying 3 different blocks and chose this one. Everything, inner, outer tie rod, caliper, springs, on and on and on. Stainless steel brake lines, if I haven't said already. Every bushing, control arm bushing, upper, lower has been replaced. Ball joints, brand new shocks. There you are over there. Brand new brake lines. There's a lot of dust because we were kicking up a lot of dust doing another project, which is over there. But so we kicked up a lot of dust in here. But you guys get the gist of it. So I got the motor in, high torque starter, blah, blah, blah. Everything is new and repainted. That's probably turned out some of my best work right there as far as painting. And everything else is satin black. I don't know why I went like that with it, but I did. But power steering, rebuilt. Took it apart and rebuilt it. Took the valve and the cylinder apart. You can see that right there. All rebuilt. Bada bing, bada boom. Let me see if I can get under. There we go. Rebuilt all of that. There's the engine, of course. Went through the transmission. This is the original M21 transmission that came with the car. Took it apart, went through it, replaced a clutch fork, first and second gears. Replaced. They were a little rough. They weren't too sharp on the edges, so I figured I'd replace them. All the gaskets. You can see those bolts. Those are polished. Those are stainless steel polished bolts. Those aren't bought like that. You actually have to do that. I know why, but I did. So anyway, you see the ones on the back of the bell housing too. This is original GM 11-inch bell housing I had laying around. These cars came with a 10.5, but I replaced it because I went with a bigger clutch. I went with a McLeod clutch, 500 horse clutch. Don't know if I'll need all that. MSD, blah, 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 blah. Shifter's been completely rebuilt. All new, as you can see, all new bolts and everything. Everything has been resprayed. New tranny mount. We could just go on because you guys do this. And if you know, you can make a whole year out of doing this thing. Dry shaft, everything. Rear end was completely redone. There's the rear end. Bada bing, bada boom. I say that a lot. Anyway, we'll go in the back. The gas tank was redone. Took it apart, or not really apart, can't take these apart. I took it off and refab that, or I'm sorry, not refab, that would be the wrong choice of words. Refurbished that, so now it looks like that. No one's really gonna see it unless they're beneath the car. But anyway, here's the rear end. Boom. Everything's been replaced and updated. If it was old, took apart the rear and replaced the seals and the bearings, so that's all good to go for another 50 plus years. Trailing arms, all brand new. All the shims in there are brand new. Let me scoot around. Boom, now we're over here. all those down in there. You can see it's all new. Like I said, a lot of dust because you got to push these things around just to get them out of the way. Did the strut rods. They were kind of that gold and anodized. I thought red would be cool, so I took them off and did those. So now they look pretty nice. And of course, back up to the front again. So anyway, yeah, comp cam, roller cam, roller lifters, forged crank, forged pistons, 10-7-1. I just made it. Aluminum heads. I just bought like a moderate set of heads and had them worked. So stainless steel valves, new comp springs in there, 165 pounds of pressure. So yeah, so this, and there goes the blower. And so yeah, this thing should be able to pick them up and put them down, as my dad used to say. But anyway, there it is right there. Like I said, I just want to give you guys an update of everything that I had done since I last posted. I know I don't do it very often because you got to work a lot. I have to work a whole lot to be able to get this shit done because, as you know, it costs money. And when you rebuild a Corvette, I mean, it can put a hurting on your bank account. But so I just wanted to kind of give you an update since I had last got on there. I hope you guys are impressed. I didn't do it to impress you, but I hope that you can see that it takes a lot of work. And if you have any questions or any concerns or anything, if you're doing your own Corvette or if you need any help or any guidance, I'd be glad to kind of give you some pointers. Yeah, please like and subscribe. I know I have very few followers. I appreciate all you guys, and I'm sorry to kind of turn off the camera and go away for a while, but it's been a tough year, as you know, with everything going on in the world. It's been really tough, so I've been trying to devote as much time as I can to it. I usually would just sit around and or I'd work and then maybe trying to devote a whole day to it, and that just turned out to be impossible. So what I decided to do is, hey, you know what, I'll just do a couple hours here, 3 hours there, 4 hours there, and it works out much better for me, and that's how I got to this point right here. So like I said, if you guys have any questions, please leave down in the comment section. Until then, I hope all of your bolts come out nice and easy. Thank you, blower fan. And I'd like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. And as I always say, good morning, good noon, good night. Take care till then. I'll keep you guys posted on what happens next. Oh, there is one thing. The body. That's next. I want to say this. That's going to be in probably the next couple months. I just wanted to show you. I don't know if I showed this before, but you remove the paint on Corvettes. You do not want to use a chemical compound on these things because it's fiberglass. Imagine if you poured, etching on a piece of plastic, what would happen? So that's done with the blade. You just got to be really careful when you go around the curves and things like that. This car is not too bad a shape. It came from a very dusty part of the world. I'll just say that. But one day I just got up and said, you know what? I should probably rebuild this thing, just for the hell of it. And so here I am, pretty deep into it. I just want to show you that really quick. You can see the bodies up there. So that's going to be next. So I'll do a little vlog or whatever they call on that, just to kind of show everybody how it's done, or if anybody needs any tips or anything. But anyway, on that note, once again, thank you so much for everything. Thank you so much for any kind of support that you guys have added. Just watching my vids is support enough for me, because it kind of gives me the courage to keep going on with this thing. So when I kind of feel like I want to give up, just say, hey, you know what? I got to kind of show what I've done, and I hope somebody out there in the world appreciates it. So on that note, take care. We will see you later.